People, Deluded, I'm back again. A quick one. Now, yesterday you obviously saw our under-21s play against Ipswich Town. They won 2-1. John-Jules was not involved because, you know, in reflection, you know, in hindsight, you can see all the pictures online. He was completing his loan move to Doncaster Rovers, which he'll play under Darren Moore, a manager who was formerly at West Brom. Unfortunate to lose his role, but he gives young players opportunities. We back our young 19-year-old to score goals in League One, you know, because he made 7 good appearances for Lincoln, bagging a goal as well before injury cut short his time. And first and foremost, you're hoping he's able to remain fit. You remain fit, anything's possible, because I know he can be a success at this level. At League One level, he's, you know, I think he could play in the Championship, and if he does really well for 6 months or so, who knows, the situation might be revisited. Championship clubs might come in for him. You know, he has had Championship clubs wanting to take him on a full-time basis, as well as a couple teams from abroad since he's even, you know, really became a first-year scholar. So there is ability in the lad. You know, he's at the age where you need to get first team minutes. 23's football isn't going to save you, and I think Tyrese will be a success. You know, physically he's able to do it. You know, I don't know how Doncaster play, but just by watching him at Lincoln, he adapted. But one pet peeve would be, can we get to see more of his technical ability? And it's not his fault. It's the way, you know, maybe his size and his genetic goes against him. Maybe it's the dynamics of League One. But I didn't see too much techie football. And he's a good player anyways. He's come up from Arsenal anyways. Despite his height and his physical ability to be able to do that stuff, you want to see, you know, his link-up play. You know, I don't think he's a 10 long-term. I think he's a number 9. But he could very much have a future as a number 10 because of his creativity and his unselfishness. He's able to play as a target man. He's able to drop into a support striker sort of role. And as he gets older, obviously he needs to define what sort of striker he is. Obviously he's got to do more than score goals. He's got to show he can link up play. He's got to show he can hold it up and win fouls. But same token, goals are all that matters. You know, goals are going to be whether he makes it at Arsenal or not, whether he's a Premier League, Championship or League One player, whether he's a footballer outright or not. I back Tyrese. He's shown he can score goals. He's an intelligent man, and I think he's got an effing fantastic attitude. Like you can see, he always wants to learn. I think in his head, you know, he's no idiot. He knows he's in a good position playing for Arsenal, but I think he doesn't rest on his laurels. Like in his head, he's still hungry as that first little boy who first got scouted by Charlton or Arsenal or wherever he first started. I back him all the way. He's actually been speaking, people, in relation to his loan, and he said he's hoping he can showcase his talents during his loan spell with the Rovers. As you lot know, he's joined on a season-long loan. And he believes a full season in Sky Bet League One will develop him as a player. The man himself, this is an article of Doncaster, the man himself said, "I'm happy to have signed, and now I'm excited to get going after hearing really good things about the club. I played a few games for Lincoln last season, so I got a little taste of what the league is like. I'm ready to kick on from that now and show what I can do. Under 23's football is good and technical, but League One is more physically demanding, which is what I need at this stage in my career." So yeah, like he said, you're going to have strong strikers, centre-halves bigger than him, so he can't move them up, faster than him, so he can't outpace them. So he's going to need to use this. All right, this guy's bigger than me, let me drop off. Or he's bigger than me, but he's slow. Let me get on his shoulder and make a run. He's going to have that intelligence. He's going to have to display consistency. Fans do not care that he's Tyrese John-Jules from Arsenal. They've lost their star winger who scored double figures. They're seeing a young man who's a striker, and you can see him on YouTube looking wavy. They just want their fans, him to score goals. So he's got to be able to deal with that now, you know. And with that, you know, all them players are fighting for their livelihoods and fighting for their jobs. So that's him for a year. So it's not academy ball no more. And obviously, the consistency levels, you know, I don't know how it works in League One, but games coming thick and fast. You're playing almost every 3 days. Physically demanding. Can you show that consistency once every 3 days? Only time will tell. I think he started off well at Lincoln, but, you know, it is what it is. And he's actually said as well, he's spoken to a former Rovers loanee, Ben Shafe, who's gone to Coventry now, who was playing under Darren Moore. So, yeah, shout out to Ben Shafe for making this thing work. And, you know, if a former player, well, your technical teammate at that level is saying that you'll get football and has clearly had positive things to say, then, you know, you're in good stead. He said, "I had a chat with him and he's had nothing but good words to say about how things are done here. I've been training at Arsenal, working hard. I know a few players who were here last season, so I know it's a good place to develop. The lads who were here previously said that the players and staff are very good and I'd learn a lot from them. So yeah, obviously being on the academy circuit, you obviously make friends of different clubs, maybe even fellow strikers. Like, I don't know if he knows Keziah Sterling, but you know, Keziah Sterling, forgive me if I'm wrong, at a point was at Doncaster. Tyler Richards is there, you know, I think he's of Brighton, formerly of Fulham and City. So the football circuit is small. He could have, whoever he asked, and it gave him good things. But I'll back him to be a success at Doncaster, man. I'm hoping he can get double figures and, you know, either step up to the Championship, or what I'd really like to happen next year is, you know, Arteta says, hey lad, you're part of this thing now. That's what I'd like to see happen, but time will tell. Either way, I'm going to be supporting him in any way I can. I'll back him to score goals. I'm going to watch as many Doncaster games as I can. So yeah, man, I back Tyrese to do his thing, man. And TJJFC, we just moved to Doncaster for a season, man, and long term we're going to stay at Arsenal, and hopefully he is a success long term at Arsenal. Car, he's a lovely guy, man. He's a lovely player. He's a very intelligent man. He handles himself with a lot of humbleness, and I've got all the time in the world for people like him, so I'm wishing him all the best. On that note though, I'm gonna get out of here, man. It's always a pleasure. DG.